I wouldn't be never for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. They're arrogant, they have to go.
The election's now in a few days. How have you found the campaign so far?
I think it's been a bit crazy. There's so many people out and about this year, more than like the previous years that I've seen before. I think it's a big one now for young people as well. Like it's the time now, just life's been very, very expensive everywhere you go, shopping, even like renting and everything like that. And we're trying to live our lives, but like it's not happening at the moment. So hopefully now this will be an election where we see a bit of change happen.
Housing, homeless and immigration.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah. And have you made up your mind? Has your mind changed the whole way through?
It's after changing. I wasn't for Sinn Féin, now I'm back for them. Now I did always vote for them, but now I want Mary Lou in. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be never for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. Never.
Why's that?
Because they're arrogant. And what Simon Harris did last week to that woman, that was disgraceful. Walked away from because he didn't like the answer, didn't like the question. So he walked away from it and then came back when he realised, no, I don't want them in. They have to go.
We fought for money. Yeah, we were. We were ignored.
No, that's not.
Yes, we were.
No, you weren't.
Yes, we were.
Okay, we can give
And
it
the
a no
disability sector is a joke. You've done nothing for us. Our people are suffering. I'm very passionate about my job.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about disability too.
But there's been no mention in the budget whatsoever. You ignored them. You ignored the
No,
carers.
that's not true to say that.
Yes, you do.
That's not
It
true.
has not been mentioned.
That's
You
not-
keep shaking hands, pretend
No,
you're a
but if
good
you-
man. You're not a good man.
Okay, well, if you don't think I'm a
Because
good
we
man,
don't
then-
care about them.
Housing would be a big one. I think that a lot of young people are emigrating to places like Australia because we just can't get affordable housing, can't move out of home, and nobody really enjoys that experience when they're in their young 20s. So yeah.
What about yourself?
I think also the climate as well would be pushing my vote as well a lot, and just like seeing a lot more progression for climate change is really important, I think.
And have any of the parties been like speaking to you directly on those two topics at all?
I think the Soc Dems have been pretty good. I think their campaign on Instagram is pretty targeted, I suppose, at young people as well, but they seem to have a lot of good points. So yeah, that would be one of the parties that I've noticed.
I would agree actually with that. They're probably the most active online as well.
What about any of the government parties? Are any of them speaking to you at all, like Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, the Greens?
No. Maybe the Greens the most out of them, but not through
not
social
really.
media programs.
Or not even, like I don't think I've seen any of them on campus.
No.
I know Simon Harris was on DCU's campus like a few weeks ago for an opening of a building, but not really to, I don't know, talk with the people. So yeah, I haven't heard much.
You were saying that you were for Mary Lou, then you weren't, and now you are
I
again.
kind of had a bit of issue there going back a while ago, but now I'm all for her, 100% for her.
And what was the issue?
The immigration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at the open borders because we can't afford all these people, but now she's going to sort her out. She's going to have her own, people to deal with.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm happy about now.
Yeah.
Now, I always voted Sinn Féin, don't get me wrong, but I've just got a bit disillusioned, but now I'm back.
What disillusioned you about Sinn Féin's stance on immigration?
It's because they were all for open borders.
We were talking about a little bit about this. So one of the things for me is that what people are going to do with that 12 billion Apple tax money. So I'm not too keen on it to be put into increasing the first-time buyers home to buy thing, and hopefully help to buy, and then hopefully be put into like more infrastructure projects and stuff. So that's a big one for me, mainly because I think a lot of the parties have virtually similar ideas and a lot of plans and stuff. So one of them is the not increasing the help to buy and using that on like long-term projects as opposed to short-term. One of them for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about things like Metrolinx recently, and never seems to go anywhere. All gets caught up in planning. So just some new thinking about how to actually get these capital projects built and move things forward, because government cycles are 4 years. These projects take longer than 4 years, but their impact is hundreds of years in the future. So I think just finding ways to cut through that red tape and get these projects over the line and delivered is very important.
What issues matter to you?
I think definitely clubs opening later and like hospitality in general. I've been working in hospitality all my life, and it's the only place I know, and that's the career for me. And I think we should be paid and respected for the work we do, like keeping the economy running and keeping tourism coming all around the place. Ireland and Dublin is a great place to be, and we should be respected for that as well.
So has your mind changed at all during the election campaign, or have you been fairly solid in your opinions?
Yeah, so I think mine sort of has. Like since the European elections, I would have been very much like a Green voter, putting them quite high up on my list just because of the climate crisis and how important it is, and their whole party kind of markets itself on being green and good for the climate. But I think just in recent months and like seeing where we actually are in terms of our climate goals, and they have actually been in power. And I know obviously it's hard to get things through, and you can't please everybody, but yeah, I think I probably wouldn't have them as high now. And in terms of, there are other parties that have climate on their agenda but also other things, and I think it would be good to see if they can actually enact those things if they were to get into power. So
In terms of infrastructure, what do you think is like the most pressing thing with that? Is it more for Dublin, or is it like a countrywide thing, or what do you think?
For me, both. You can't really just I do think a lot of the green focus has been on either Dublin or like a complete national level, so it loses a little bit. I know they've done a bit of the bus connects in towns and stuff, but it really should be a lot more of like an inter-county. Like for me, it's obviously rail. Like I'm cyclist and stuff. I think it'd be great if everything you can just do is between bikes and trains, unless it's for the places outside of towns, then you need like cars and stuff. But a lot of that, like building up the train infrastructure, would be great. And of course, offshore wind should be expanded way more, so that type of stuff. So it's not necessarily focused on Dublin. Like there's enough here, like not having a link to, obviously the airport here is a big one, but Shannon being so disconnected as well is insanity to me. So the difficulty, I think we got a train into Killarney a couple of years back. It's fucking 70, 80 quid. Some of my friends, they flew down to Killarney because it's cheaper and faster. It makes no sense. So stuff like that, I think it doesn't have to be Dublin focused. Obviously that's coming from Dublin, but like just interconnected of the country would be way, way better. So
Did you have an idea who you were going to vote for, and then it's morphed, or?
Yeah, like kind of traditionally, like you kind of look at like kind of the big parties that are going around the place. But like this year, definitely seeing that everyone else that's coming around as well. I'm not sure where my votes are completely going, that kind of way. Everyone always says like bouncing around the sheets and everything like that. But I'm not too sure. It's definitely, I'm still in deciding mode, kind of more than anything else. But yeah, here comes Friday. We'll see what goes on.
I'm leaning towards the Greens, Social Dems, Labour to a degree. And then, it's sort of a mess, like a bit of a mishmash. I think that the leadership debate maybe will then be a preference vote of after that. But I'm sort of hoping that then one of my votes will go to one of my three more aligned parties. But we'll see. It's like, I think there's still a lot of people who are still making their mind up with a week to go. And that's where I sat before. I'm still looking at stuff and hearing things more, and we'll see over the next couple of days. Now we're sort of tight with the leadership debate tonight and a couple of other that I can look into to see if that changes it. But so there's wiggle room, but maybe.
How about yourself?
Still haven't a clue, to be honest. No, not a clue. Yeah, kind of going to see the different candidates out where I am, my area, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've seen there's some like help you decide your vote things online with just the party lines and stuff. So probably look through some of those and just do a bit more research on what everyone's standing for. But a lot of the policies from every party seem same. So I don't know.
Is there anything like